Hello everyone and welcome back to the RBG Esports channel. We have been following along here with day one of the second regional event for North America, the Haunted Hollows Cup. My name is Perino. I am joined on the desk by Hyfuria. Hyfuria, we just got out of a heartbreaking, tragic, devastating, deflating series against True Neutral, who played really well, but we have to put that aside because coming up next, we have a familiar foe in Vibrance to stay alive today.
It's a bit annoying with the opponents that we're facing because in any other scenario, I would be like, I want both these teams to make it through. I still very much do. Out of anyone that's left right now, I want Vibrance and RBG to make it through the most. And while True Neutral, they have moved it through, or at least a step up the ladder. They're playing for so much to try and get those points, to try and get that extra money, because remember, every single win here is an extra $1,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to play for. It's a lot on the line, but not a lot of time to think about it. So we're going to be headed straight into it here. It is RBG in the blue, Vibrance in the orange. And I said it earlier, a lot of history against this team with this matchup, so I'm hoping RBG come out the better of it here today and get it underway.
And let's see, Xpurt, that's a good challenge. Money turning inwards. Money takes it to the skies as well. Money with a flip reset going over, but that's only on the line, and the clear away will be coming through. But RBG, they're coming out guns blazing right now.
Yeah, and that's a really good opening setup, but you just want those to go in, right? And that's what's so difficult. I feel like I've said it too many times today. RBG have had really good looks, but just getting that goal across the line, they just need that final touch. It's Xpurt. He's going to take it soft. He actually gets another touch through the defense, so he's going to thread the needle himself. Back down to Money in the corner. He's looking for Stokelyy, who's up, but he gets bumped out actually by Money. So Vibrance been put under pressure early, but they hold on.
They do indeed hold on, and that's off the line. Stokelyy tries to further the Xpurt hunt for the demo. It's Fifi who gets one, but we are in the smoke. We don't quite see whether the demo came through, and it won't be coming through, so they're going to have to kickstart another defense, which hasn't been no problem for them whatsoever up until this point. They haven't been moving into the attack rather solidly, but if you get challenges like this, Vibrance will get that one breakaway.
Yeah, and Astro does a really good job here of finding this challenge. He's just working through the back line. It was Xpurt who had a good line on it, but just gets beat to that ball. And Vibrance with the opening goal here. Tough start.
Tough start indeed, but they'll be able to bounce back. As I said, they have got the majority of the offensive pressure. Stokelyy goes to the backboard. Fifi takes it to the side, and that offensive pressure just needs to actually convert into goals. You can have great things, but if you don't convert, that is still going to be the worst of outcome for you. There's still plenty of time, so I'm not worried whatsoever.
Oh yeah, plenty of time in this game, plenty of games in the series. We are still very early on. What is now the last life for both of these squads. The loser of this series will be eliminated from the event today, so both teams trying to keep it alive, trying to keep their hopes in, as Stokelyy had to get over the top of that one. It was Money who got demoed in the net, so pressure being applied by Vibrance. Money gets a touch into the middle, and he finds Stokelyy there, so a little bit of breathing room, but only for the briefest of moments. Xpurt with a good challenge, but still that orange squad just putting touches on target, and Xpurt had to get across. He makes a really good save.
We've said this plenty of time, and at this point we're kind of a broken record when we say that the weakest point of RBG is when they themselves get stuck in defense, where they don't quite break away, and when they're too passive as Xpurt dives underneath. Can he get it on target? Oh, Oath is able to clear it out to the side and get the follow-up as well. We see that RBG on attack, they're incredibly strong, but on defense, they're still struggling. Fifi can't get the tap down, and it's Xpurt on the clear away.
Yeah, and they gave Fifi, Fefe, so much respect there. To get that extra touch, he doesn't quite come up with it, so that ball is just sort of hanging awkwardly, but still dealt with, and only the one goal back behind, so plenty of time still as we moved so quickly through game number one. I feel like only 90 seconds left to play as RBG are looking for an answer. Stokelyy has to make the save on the goal line. He's going to move it through the midfield on his own. Gets it high above the backboard, but Astro is there to turn it aside. And Vibrance still holding on.
Oath going to try and clear that out to the side, but Xpurt, they need to break this seal. They need to break through the defense of Vibrance. Jasmine solid, and here then is an opportunity. Money can't quite spike it down. Oath still plenty of boost to work with. That's going to be directly in the same position. Xpurt to the backboard. That's all Stokelyy. Stokelyy put it to the bottom left corner, but then the Money with a shot off the crossbar. Fifi on the clear right. Xpurt still boost left, and that surely is number Oath diving in from the edge of the box and clears it away.
Oh, just how on earth don't they score there, RPG? They have so much pressure. Ball's just hanging on the goal line, but still the final touch not coming across. Just criminal to not punish Vibrance there. Is 40 seconds left to play. The margin remains at a 1-goal deficit.
The margin only one, and RBG, they're just struggling to break through, not quite catching the defense off guard, or at least not enough, as Fifi just easily sweeps that away. Money tries to get the second tap, 50, and that's going to be straight on the goal line, and a demo hunt ringing through as well. Fifi with 0 boost, and an Astro spawns on the right side, on the perfect side, to try and take control and actually directly get it down the other end. Fifi, or Stokelyy rather, still having boost to work with. Fifi on the defensive end, Money to the left side of the... No way do Vibrance hold on to this.
2 seconds, Money goes for it up high. It's 0 seconds. Stokelyy saved. Are you kidding? Xpurt still trying to keep it up. Can't get the touch. And Vibrance steal game 1.
What a defensive performance from Vibrance. I don't really think we can put it any other way. The defense just holding incredibly strong, in RBG they're still just struggling a bit to get shot after shot after shot after shot after shot and really suppress Vibrance's breakaway. And now we see that aggressive jumping style from RBG. It's incredibly entertaining to watch, but also a bit painful once they have that one dive in. They had one dive in, and that cost them the game.
And so many times that ball was just sitting in front of the net that it's just a half second, not even really, of the difference between. I think RBG could have even had 3 or 4 that game, quite frankly, with how many good chances and good looks they had. It's really tough to drop game 1, but the positive side is, as long as you continue to generate that kind of offense, you should score more goals, right? Like, Vibrance defense can only hold out for so long in theory, but have to get those finishing touches. You just got to put them away.
And a reminder that both these teams are on their last legs. One series lost, this series lost, and you're out. As simple as that, and it's currently Vibrance who are up 1-0, but RBG, the more dominating team, more dominant into the attack, and Vibrance, they played smart, but let's see what happens in this game number 2.
Yeah, so quickly underway. It was a fast game 1 with only the 1 goal in it, and just hopping right into game number 2. The players are determined to go about their business. As Astro gonna put a challenge into the middle. Stokelyy had to be there, and Fefe gets the touch, and Money with the clearance out. He's gonna get it by Oath, so RBG out of the initial sequence will alleviate a lot of that pressure, but Astro, my goodness, what a follow-up touch, and Oath is gonna be there as well, so Vibrance saw the pressure they're being put under, and they're gonna go for the pressure of their own, and Fefe saves it off his own line.
Oh my word, an Xpurt down the other end. Fifi taps it wide, but Money still into the center. Stokeley's not quite there, has to take a defensive stance against Astro. Does indeed pop it up high, but that might still be Vibrance popping on through. Fifi to the sky, tries to go for a flip reset, or just completely gets taken out. Great save of Money, the second one, where he's just floating in the sky and getting the perfect touch on it. Xpurt tries to get past Fifi, can't quite manage that unscathed as Money dives in for this play as well. Oath tries to start a dribble, past Stokelyy he goes. Xpurt still close to the play. Money needs a bit of boost in the tank. That's a great pop down, and that relieves the pressure completely.
Oh, and Fefe doesn't get the best touch. Xpurt's there, but it's saved by Astro. And still, that's the aggression you need. You need to try and punish the mistakes. As Money follows up his own touch, Oath makes another save. The iron wall stays upright for Vibrance still. This is just unbelievable.
This is just ridiculous. The defensive performance and how annoying it is It is also at the same time something that RBG can look at later, obviously not at this moment, and see what they could be adapting as well. The breakaway is great, but Astro can't quite manage to get it through. And the RBG on the defensive end, they can learn something from Vibrance, but Vibrance, they can certainly learn something from RBG when it comes to attacking.
Yeah, and that one was dangerously close. Xpurt's finally gonna break the defensive hold from midfield. It was a tremendous touch across by Stokelyy. He saw the opportunity for the pass, and Xpurt delivers with a classy finish. And finally, RBG on the board. There we go. Woo!
There we go, indeed. And now it's up to Vibrance to try and show themselves into the attack, and that might mitigate their entire strategy of just sitting back and waiting for that one overcommit. That won't fly anymore. That won't work because RBG, I at least hope that they're not going to overcommit in a silly position, but this could be a debate for Stokelyy. No, he just bides his time, and that's exactly what I want to see out of RBG right at this moment.
Yeah, really composed right there from Stokelyy. Just recognizing the situation. You know, he is the third man coming through. You don't really want to overextend on offense there. Just take the possessive touch and continue the pressure, because look at the effect that it's having. Vibrance are just forced to clear that ball out, and you can sit and wait behind it, continue to move on offense as Money's trying to work it out of the corner. Doesn't have the boost to work with. Stokelyy, that one's dropping back down, but Astro has a really good read on that. Gets the touch. Money back into the middle for Xpurt, who scored on one pass already. Was looking for his second. Stokelyy gets it out of his corner, doing a really good job. Xpurt again up high, looking to set himself up, but Oath, how do they continue to do it? Vibrance, the defense, it's on, I don't want to say unbreakable because we have the goal, but my goodness.
It's beyond me how they managed to hold on, and such clutch defense. That's exactly what you need for Vibrance to stay in this match. 90 seconds are still what remain on the clock before the timer takes down to 0. That's not going to be a goal unless Money got bumped out of the way. Great speed out of Money to challenge Astro in that 15. Money took off later, but still got there at the same time. Good demo for Stokelyy, and that could be a phenomenal way to try and break through. Get the demo, break up the rotation, make Vibrance struggle, and really get that goal through as Stokelyy. That's just a mistouch. Oath, he can't let him rip a shot from this angle. An Xpurt, well, he did. He took his chance, and it works out.
Oh, and this is the dangerous spot, right? You know, we've seen it so many times today, but Money capitalizes on a mistake. I was just about to say that RBG have been in so many one-goal spots, but finally, the first mistake comes through. Fifi just not able to get the touch there. Money's waiting underneath and just walks it in. That is a huge insurance goal.
That is absolutely massive. It gives a bit of breathing room. It doesn't impose on the nerves as much as it used to when you only are in a one-goal league. You have a safety net, and usually what you see in these kind of scenarios where a team is pressed back and defense is pressed back, and they're struggling to break out. We kind of saw it last series. At some point, once the seal is broken, once they start falling apart, it will start falling apart rapidly. So that might just happen to Vibrance here. Obviously, I don't want to say anything too early, but they do need to regain.
Yeah, RBG in a very commanding position here, and they may get another one. It had to be saved off the line. Money was there for the pass. Astro gets credit for the save, so the transition out for Vibrance. They're trying to put one on target, and that one is redirected back in. They go coast to coast, and this one is not over yet.
This was an own goal. Oh, no. I mean, they're laughing about it. They were. Let's hope they're laughing about it at the end as well. I guess they're making this an intense final 11 seconds. Kickoff happened as well. Let's see what they can do. Oh, staying close to the play. Fifi up to it. Xpurt gets the challenge, and all they need to do is waste time or pop another one into the back of the net. That will do as well. But Astro being able to take control now to the center. Money with an early challenge. That's a double commit for Fifi. Vibrance side, but it's off the crossbar. Fifi still rips the shot, but that might just be off the crossbar. Oh, no! No, 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 no. This is a nightmare, and I want to wake up.
Stokely's just so caught here. He gets bumped by Oath. That's what does it. He's 3v1 effectively after all of those challenges come through. And this does not bode well. RBG need the goal in overtime. I think it's just a tragic way to concede the overtime as Xpurt's going to put one in the middle. So no fear yet, but Fifi working on the individual play. Money works it across. Here we go. Money down the other end actually may have an open look. He's nearly on his own, but RBG have done well in the first 20 seconds of overtime to generate that pressure. Here comes Money, gets it by 1, gets it by 2. Pass into the middle, but nobody home. Xpurt is late, but the shot is saved by Oath, who was there, so... Oh boy.
This one goal might just make or break the series. RBG, they might just be tilted beyond infinity if they do end up losing. But Xpurt, he's got no plans on losing. Pops it to the backboard. Astro gets in the way. Stokelyy to the same backboard. There are any others except for your own, where RBG do not want to be hanging out. Pass from Xpurt. Astro intercepts a big boomer. And Stokelyy to take control, pops it out to the side, then hunts for the demo. That's Money up to the plate. Good demo for Stokelyy. Opens it up a little bit. Astro, that's an awkward aerial. Misses it, but Money didn't quite read it. Still 50. That's landing in the box, and the Xpurt is up for an Oath now. Oh, Stokelyy with the shot, but the clear away. Still ringing through. Money to the backboard. Can he find the second tap? Yes, he can. It's a phenomenal spike down, and RBG, they win game 2.
Oh, and it took an incredible effort in overtime. What a touch from Money. He gets up there. It's on target, but Stokelyy gives it absolutely no doubt. He comes right across. He has so much faith in Money to put that ball in the most dangerous of spots. And RBG gave us a bit of a heart attack, to put it mildly, after conceding 2 in 20 seconds, but they get it done in overtime.
Oh my word. And let's just put it down that they were teasing and they were saying, hey, you've got a chance to come back. Nope, no you don't. Take the L. You have just been crushed even more. Let's just say it's an elaborate strategy to make Vibrance morale down in the gutter. Because as of this moment, I don't want to say anything else what I think about that play. RBG, they get the second game under their belt, and we're basically moving into a best of 3.
Yes, the W is what is absolutely most important, but goodness, it's one of those where you just you can laugh about it because you won, but definitely something to look at for later. Is game 3, how critical, right? As you said, effectively best of 3 now for your life in this regional event, and RBG have been putting on a show. They've had so many close calls, so many good games. Can they keep up these strong performances? They played really well. Again, outside of maybe the last 10 seconds of regulation, they played really well last game. Let's carry it through.
Absolutely. I want to see them carry it through. Also in game number 1, they were the better team, in my opinion. In game number 2, they were the better team. Threw it at the end, but that's fine. You managed to recover it. Now let's just keep that flow going, and you found a way to break through the Vibrance defense. Just keep on doing whatever you were doing to break through.
Yeah, I will say the passing has been excellent for RBG. They've had some really nice touches on offense, working the ball into dangerous spots and finding good shots on target. Speaking of, that's Astro for Vibrance, who converts on this chance here. And the passing plays making the difference in this series.
Xpurt just not quite getting the touch he was looking for. Was looking to damage the play a bit, but that did not end up ringing through. And Vibrance, they get it up to the lead. Money realized that he's not getting the boost, so he just flicks it into the box. It's almost a triple commit. Oath. Turn his car inwards. Stokelyy into the center. Xpurt should be able to get the read. Indeed it does. He gets it to the backboard looking for the bump, but it's Fifi still in the way. Money. Stokelyy up to the play now, actually. No second tap, but Money will be lurking in the center. RBG, they just need to be careful that they don't overcommit.
Yeah, and you can see Stokelyy just went all the way back there. He was out of boost and just taking the safe route there. He knows that his teammate is going to pick up the challenge in midfield. There goes Xpurt with a shot on target. Fifi had to make a save, and Xpurt with a touchback down. It's a great read, and it forces a triple commit out of Vibrance. Yet still, they find the save and hold on there. Goodness, it's just such the right idea for RBG, though. They're finding those touches, they're working, those passes across the box, and they're finding success with it. So stick to the plan, young men.
Might as well. Xpurt, let's see whether he can get a read on this. He does get the read, but a bit more boost than that would have been a goal. Astro now out to the side. Money tries to keep this close, does get a touch, but Fifi still first to the play. Should be cleared out to the side by Xpurt. Indeed it is. Astro up there first. That goal was completely undefended. That goal still completely undefended. So Xpurt actually gets back just in the nick of time. Those 50s Xpurt. Vibrance, they found their mojo into the attack, and they found their rhythm to try and create opportunities. RBG, they need to slap back quickly. Yeah,
we're still very early in this game. And again, I know it's all mental, but it feels like it's slowed down so much. But Xpurt puts it off the post. He was trying to beat the entirety of the defense there and just narrowly missed wide. RBG have, again, found their way with the passing, but just can't quite get the goals to follow it. Here goes the challenge wide. Astro has no boost. Money makes the challenge, but Fifi is there to pick up for Vibrance, so he's going to try and work it out of the corner. Sets it down for Oath, who has a bit more boost and is causing problems, but dealt with for the moment, and Xpurt finds the clearance. RBG take a breath.
I think if you count all the goals that, or all the shots that very much should have and could have been a goal for like half a goal something, RBG would be winning this matchup plenty of times over. But unfortunately, that's not something you can do in Rocket League, as you need it into the back of the net entirely. Stokelyy prevents it here. Xpurt pass one, and a 1v1, but this angle is tough. Pops it forward a bit far, and it still lands into the box. Money gets denied by Oath, lands on the sidewall. Oath going on the counter. Astro trying to run ahead for the demo, but it's Xpurt with a phenomenal 50 and first to the play as well. Goes underneath, but that's right on Astro.
Yeah, and the problem was the two other RBG players didn't really have boosts there, so a bit unsupported was Money when he made that cut back in. And this is where you have to dial up the pressure. Fifi with the dangerous touch there through midfield, but he does get it by one. Vibrance get out of a sticky spot. Stokelyy working out of his own corner with not much boost, but he will get it at least past the initial defender, so it's gonna give him some clearance. But Oath is uncontested on the backboard. Xpurt had to make the save. It's not enough though. Astro on the follow-up makes it 2 for Vibrance.
And honestly, the difference in this game just lies in the defense. It's as simple as that. Vibrance, they managed to keep calm in clutch situations, whereas RBG, they kind of jump the gun and try and get it out as soon as possible. They don't really think about what is up next. What if we clear it out this way? Usually the answer is you get more pressure down your end, but hey, there's still a two goal deficit and 1 minute left to go. That's certainly possible. And there's one. No way.
And I can't believe Fifi just gets another touch there, as Money was up for it and Astro's there to intercept. RBG have good pressure, but they need to find a goal. It's Money with a soft touch towards the net. That one won't be enough. Stokelyy trying to put the ball back into the middle. Money's there with a shot on target, but it's denied by Oath once more. How many looks can you get? Xpurt back into the middle. Nobody there but Oath, who finds the clearance. Money can't quite get the read on that, and it's the reset for RBG.
You can only look at an item so many times without buying, and I think RBG, it's time to buy a goal here and give your team some time. Stokelyy here, then absolutely ripper, but Oath, you are no lovable person in that particular play, but apart from that, absolutely lovely guy. Just in that play, denying a phenomenal opportunity. Xpurt maybe one final opportunity. It's a 50 and lands to the center. Money, this needs to be a goal right here, right now. Stokelyy can't quite get it through, and Money, that will be game number 3 going towards Vibrance.
It's just highway robbery, man. Highway robbery. What Vibrance have been able to pull off on defense here, just, I don't know if it's a combination of the shooting or the defense or maybe a bit of both, but man, RBG have looked so good. They've had so many quality chances, and it's just, for whatever reason, it's somebody making a save. It's the rotation coming through. I don't know what it is, but it is just painful. It's painful. It's so bad. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it is so incredibly painful. This could have been a sweep. Instead, we're 2-1 behind. Vibrance, their defense is immaculate. There's nothing else that I can say about it. But in the end, and if we really boil it down to what it comes down to, it's RBG not shooting good enough. As harsh as that is essentially what the situation is. It's unfortunate, but you have to face reality in order to improve.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, when you can't blame anybody but yourself, right? You know, and this is, you know, you have 2 games. You have to win the next 2 to stay alive, and there's no one else that's going to come and help you. There's the crossbars are going to come out and save you. And you have to score the goals yourself. For RBG, backs against the wall here. Chat, we need your energy. You guys have been so hype and so good today. Get the boys to carry through 2 more games here. We're down 2-1 to Vibrance in the best of 5. round 4 of the regional, and here we go.
Now it just mainly comes down to morale. How can RBG get themselves back into this matchup and not start doubting themselves, not think, oh, we just can't break through? Because you can, you've done it before, you've got a game on the board, and you just need to keep up the momentum. Money past 1, Fifi trying to close this gap, but Money still is able to get a 50 Xpurt. That might just be open. Fifi goes for a quick challenge, or rather Oath goes for a quick challenge, but that certainly was not open, and all the colors got mixed up. Astro and to the center, Vibrance, they're directly on the counter attack. That's a touch for Money, and that might just be good enough. 1v1, Stokelyy against Fifi. Stokelyy goes for an early tap, and ooh, that's not quite what he was looking for.
Yeah, and the thing was, Vibrance were so overextended there. It was almost a 3v1 really for RBG, but Stokelyy just going for the early touch. I think he might have panicked just not having the boost there, but still pressure will be continued by RBG as Money has to let go of it. Fifi putting it back down in the corner. First goal is going to be such a critical one in this game. For RBG, if they get it, it's such a morale boost, but for Vibrance, it could be such a show of force because we know the defense they've been playing as Money had the look there on the pass. Still, it's a counterattack. Xpurt was back at the time. He was in a good spot, makes the save.
Money goes up quickly, gets the beat. That's a clean one as well. Oh, still able to catch it, but this might just be some offensive pressure coming through from RBG. Money still at the play, tries to pass it off to the center. That's a dangerous one. Oath trying to dive in between. Xpurt pinching in that into the corner. Xpurt not getting the second tap though. And Astro now of the ceiling. And will be Fifi helping him out. And that's a double commit on the side of the RBG as well. This defense can't fall apart like this. Money's hurrying back, gets a touch, but that still lands in the edge of the box. And it's Xpurt to clear it away further.
Yeah, and a little bit of panic there from RBG because they had committed 2 players into the corner and neither really came up with a good touch. So had to be a race back on defense for Money, and Xpurt just puts it away from any orange cars. There comes the demolition, and goodness, just got to settle into this game, right? You know, it's a very difficult thing, but Oath beats everyone. How did he get in front of this? Vibrance, halfway through, take the lead.
Oh no, everybody just expecting one another to go. And that will lead to Vibrance getting the first goal. And, well, you said it will be a force of show. Now RBG, they've got to up the thrusters. They've got to show that they have what it takes to compete at this level. And Stokelyy will try and prove that directly with a ceiling reset, but gets denied.
Very strong individual effort there from Stokelyy, but man, it's just going to be so hard for RBG to continue to push back. So if they don't make the challenges, it's Oath who just walks it through. Nobody came out to put the pressure on. And Oath picks it up and walks it in.
Money just posing up on the backboard there. Either Money or Stokelyy has to challenge. And they didn't. That gives Vibrance space, and if you give them space, they have plenty of skill to go for a controlled flick like they did as Money tries to fly in the way of the clear out. Vibrance, this has been their exact strong suit, is holding on to defense, and RBG, they're going to try and put through 2 goals, but it's going to be an uphill battle for sure.
No doubt about it, as we are at 2 minutes left to play here. It's the 2-goal deficit. Vibrance's defense has been nothing short of stellar in this series. They'll certainly put some fear into the red, black, and gold as Money takes a dangerous attempt there. Allowed Fifi to really step up and cause an issue. Thankfully, it does not result in an orange goal.
Money down the other end, passes it up for Stokelyy. Stokelyy doesn't want any piece to do with it. Fifi on the clear away, pops that out to the side. Xpurt off the backboard. Stokelyy, that's an awkward read and will bounce back into the center. Money tries to pass it there as well, but it's not really quite got the venom on it. It's not getting its center. It's just keeping that in the corner, and then they go on the quick counter, almost convert off the post, and well, that will do some time. Karma and swinging it our way just a bit, but still, we've only got a minute to try and get 2 goals.
Yeah, it was a little bit too late there in terms of the lucky bounces. That time RBG lucky to not concede, but with 60 seconds, it's all out here. You have to really just send everything forward. Money puts it in the middle, but again, nobody on the challenge. Astro with a open look, but can't put it on target. Stokelyy now from downtown, can't get it by Fifi, who takes it safely into the corner. Money trying to pick up the possession and trying to increase the frenetic pace of play. Xpurt with a shot on, but Fifi waiting on the goal line makes the save, and Vibrance continue to stand tall.
And they continue, but this is some space that Stokelyy will very much utilize. Gets it to the backboard, roll on down. Xpurt is still lurking. Astro, he's not getting the touch, so Xpurt takes it to the skies. Money takes over. Money for the second tap, but it's Fifi who got in the way, and that's a ridiculous tap to send that wide. Vibrance, they might have just clinched the game right then, right there, as they are on the opposing end, and unfortunately, RBG drop out in round number 4.
Oh, just it's so tough. It's so tough because obviously it's not the result that we wanted. But first of all, I want to say that tremendous effort from RBG today. The boys played really, really well. They were so close in so many instances to get a couple more victories. It just wasn't in the cards today. You know, I think they had a tremendous day, but it's tough. It's so tough because you just want to see them succeed, and they are that close. It's millimeters. It's millimeters away.
Something that's easily to forget or easily forgettable is that last regional RBG didn't even make it into the regional. So still to get here, get a victory on the board, that is still impressive against Sonics nonetheless. And apart from that, bringing it to game 5 against True Neutral, if we focus on the positive, of course, we all see there could have been more going, but you still did an incredible job, and that's what you should be taking home.
Absolutely. It's so difficult, one, to even make it, you know, to this regional event. There are so many talented teams in this region. You know, to be top 16 in the first place, it is an accomplishment in and of itself. But then to come in on the day, and yes, they had a really rough series against FaZe, but every series after that was as close as it can possibly be. And to say, you know, that you are going toe-to-toe with, again, the best teams in North America is really, really strong. So I have a lot of positives out of the day, I think, for RBG. Yes, it's unfortunate, and yes, it's, you know, as criminal as you want to be, you know, that they didn't get a couple more bounces to go their way. But overall, I think today was still really positive.
Yeah, overall, certainly. And apart from them having a decent result, they also brought home $2,000 for themselves. So, hey, that's if you split that over the team, that's very decent for 2 nights of play, and basically, and obviously plenty of other nights where they're practicing for this very moment. I think they've proven themselves enough, and now it's up to that 3rd regional to really, really show what they are capable of.
Yes, absolutely. And the other, you know, benefit of making the top 16 as well is that for the qualifiers for the next regional event, you know, you do already have that step up because you made it this far this time. So your path to qualification is at least a little bit easier for the next one. And that is where we will see you guys on the next time for RBG, for Rocket League. And I'm going to check with my producer. I'm not sure if we have anything on the way out here. It's just, you know, a couple of consolations, but tough day. Hard to play against some of these teams in NA, and they were close, but just a little bit short.
Yeah. Congratulations to Vibrance. And now that this series is over, it is Vibrance making it through, and well, whoever they're going to be up against in that round number 5, I certainly hope them the best. Out of all the teams that are left, I wish them the most luck out of anyone. But, well, we're just going to have to recoup for the close qualifier.
Yep, and that will do it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Again, tough way to end it, but I hope that everyone had so much fun. I know that Hypheria and I on the desk had a ton of fun today. Again, congratulations to Stokelyy, Money, and Xpurt for getting this far. I know that they will be back next time. But that's going to do it. We're out. So, again, make sure to tune into the rest of the regional action today. There are still plenty of fun, exciting teams that are still going through and trying to make, you know, their qualification run here for the end of this regional event. So make sure to stick around and watch those teams. But we're out of here. My name is Perino. I was joined today by the lovely Hypheria. We thank you so much for joining us with RBG, and we hope that you'll be back with us next time for the qualifiers for Regional 3. Until then, take care and have fun, guys. See you later.